I don't know. Okay. Now that way. Jared, hello. Welcome. Someone's tired. But someone has wine. Ooh, hey, you know what's good? Drinking rosé not out of a metal straw like I was doing the last time. Oh, that tastes delicious. I've been doing intermittent fasting, and which has meant just skipping wine because dinner's done. I'm like, okay, I'm done. So it tastes so good when it hits your lips. Dinner was good, Emily. Thank you. Los Angeles, city of Los Angeles, yada yada yada. Okay. Let's see if we can find a groove for a couple hours. See how much of this we can get done. We are at 10 of 16. Bowman, 941. Hello. Hi, Ryan. How are you doing? All right. I just want to watch the opening one more time. Let's see if we can do some refinements. Sarah, hello. Let's render all this nonsense. Skipping wine until dinner. No, wine is a meal or a dessert in and of itself for me. The only time I drink wine with a meal is your meats, and then it's a Cabernet of some kind. Generally, wine for me is an evening sleepy time thing. All right. Cal, patience money. Hi. Oh, thank you, Bowman. I appreciate the donation. Cheers. All right. Let's see what we can do here.
The greater scheme, the big picture. Nothing to do.
That's a little loud. Let's lower the mumble of the background.
Nothing to do.
There's a lot worse things out there. This team doesn't work in spite of you.
Nothing to do.
Works with us.
Why is it?
We want this one to be a little... Oh, undo. Of course, Cordy is the loudest one of the montage.
There's a lot worse things out there. This team doesn't work in spite of you.
Nothing to do.
Works with us.
Why is it that I'm not on the floor this time?
Take what matters is what we do.
It's not as clean as the last one, but I think it's pretty good.
The greater scheme, the big picture. Nothing to do.
There's a lot worse things out there. This team doesn't work in spite of you.
Nothing to do.
Works with us.
Why is it that I'm not on the floor this time?
Take what matters is what we do.
What matters is what we do. It's a jumble. Kind of a word salad of Angel Season 2.
The greater scheme and the big...
That's enough. I get it. Okay. Feels almost comically unaware of its past. The Hyperion, in contrast, is literally haunted by it. Buffy, a show about growing up, would by its name... Buffy. Alright, here we go. Let's find the groove. I like it. It's almost symphonic. Excellent. Well, hello, Mr. Defrosted Robot 77. Hi, Boris. Unaware of its past. The Hyperion, in contrast, is literally haunted by it. Eric Balfour, we're going to bring his career back. Literally haunted by it. Buffy, a show about growing up, would by its... Wait, is the word jumble different for every season, every episode? I have to listen to them all again now. No, we're going to do it... the thing is, this season changes drastically towards the end, so there may be two... I mean, if you think about the Plitzglurb miniseries at the end, it's kind of a miniseries. It's like a, special... It's a miniseries, so I might do one for that. But nothing in that one fits into this. This one has a... I mean, this one has an arc.
The greater scheme and the big picture. Right. Nothing to do with
There's a lot worse things out there.
The system doesn't work in spite of you.
Nothing to do.
It works with us.
Why is it that I'm not on the floor this time?
Take what matters is what we do.
Angel is... Yeah. I hear a couple of quotes popping at the top of that. There's a bunch in the middle, and then there's the jumble in the background. So I'm satisfied. Well, you always left me smiling and satisfied. Of its past. The Hyperion, in contrast, is literally haunted by it. Buffy, a show about growing up, would by its nature be less burdened by history. But Angel is a show about being an adult. And Price. Wesley Wyndham Price. We'll do the kick.
And mirrors.
Yeah, Eric Balfour happens to be the name that appears in the post-credits kind of slow crawl, whatever that's called. I forgot the name of it. And his name is the one that happens to be coming up when Buffy's getting out of Joyce's car. Her hair in which shot? I like Buffy's hair in a lot of shots. You're going to have to be more specific than that. But that one is kind of the icon for me for the beginning of the show, the beginning of the series, is her getting out of Joyce's car in the pilot. Be less burdened by history. But Angel is a show about being an adult, and our pasts are something we always carry with us. And our pasts are something that we always carry with us. That, to me... I was never in your way, boy. We haven't gotten to Darla yet, so I can't use it yet. Our pasts are things that we always carry. What about I will remember you? That doesn't work. It's too confusing. I mean, I could go back to Amends, but that's from Buffy, so it's confusing because I'm saying Angel is a show about being an adult. I will remember you some... I've got one. Angel feeling the weight of the past. This is one of my favorite shots in that shot. I love that shot. Oh, Darla from an episode of Angel. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't want to show Buffy. I wonder if anything really changes.
this place is like where I grew up.
Right. Yeah. I could see that, except for the cars and the buildings and the, everything else.
It's not so different. People moving through their lives. I wonder if anything ever really changes.
I love it. Is a show about. Actually, I'm gonna use that shot later. I can't use it. Damn it. Pass or something we always carry with us. Hunting, ambulance. Expecting she. I've got you. Under my skin, the prodigal. Maybe we'll. I've already used the dad shot. Our pasts are something we always carry with us. Yeah, we could just use that. That's not bad.
World. It hurts, I know.
It's the scene with the best vamp face transition. This one? Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high. Updated to 3. And oh, the gym scene. Yeah, that one's pretty good, actually. Unless you were being sarcastic, Cal. How dare you. Okay. Need to groove. Let's crank. Written by history. But Angel is a show about being an adult, and our pasts are something we always carry with us. I don't know why I got all sultry voice there. It's more of a statement of fact. The city of Los Angeles has been a heavily featured influence on Los Angeles. You look at it at night, and it shines like a shiny night jewel thingy. It's shiny. Alright, the city of Los Angeles. Save. Pasts are something we always carry with us. The city of Los Angeles has been a heavily featured influence on the show already, especially in the interstitial smash cuts. But interstitial smash cuts. That's not difficult to say. There's one.
And find that I'm working for a homicidal monster.
Yeah, the smash cuts from season 1 were a bit more loud noises, and it seems like they got better at or something we always not making you feel assaulted carry with us. The city of Los Angeles has been a heavily featured influence on the show already, especially in the interstitial smash cuts. But Judgment with its street joust and this Judgment with its street jousts. Sorry it's late, folks. I'm gonna be, well, it's not late, I'm just tired and I've been trying to get up early all week. As opposed to that YouTube life. So I get a little babbly. It's a way of occupying the distraction addict in my head while I edit. Sometimes it comes in the form of nonsensical banter. Sometimes it comes as a song. I do take requests. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? Now, the question is, what makes the live stream lose more viewers? The Riley sex face button, or me singing The Little Mermaid? With its street joust, and this episode with its Hollywood judgment with its street joust, and actually, I want a different shot. That's not the low angle. Where's the one? With its, that's a good one. Emily, do my sweet dulcet tones make you uncomfortable? Whatever gets the edit done, that's my attitude. Los Angeles has been a heavily featured influence on the show already, especially in the interstitial smash cuts. But Judgment, with its street joust, and this episode with its Hollywood-type residence and Griffith Observatory sequence. Hollywood-type residence. Dints. Oh, you forgot about the street joust. How could you forget about the street joust? It's a rare instance of Goofy that I actually kind of enjoy. You can see the people blocking off the street right there. Oh, that's the shot. That's the shot. That's the one I want. I don't want him. Who cares about that? Numbnuts. But Judgment, with its street joust, and this episode with that's okay. With its Hollywood-type residence. Residence. Not residence. Residence. I don't know. Hollywood-type residence. Show me Hollywood. There we go.
Peanuts at this bar, so?
So, the guy supposedly...
I think widescreen Angel 1 and 2 look better than widescreen Buffy. Joust, and this episode with its Hollywood-type residence and Griffith Observatory sequence have... Griffith Observatory sequence. Griffith, I swear, this is the first glass of wine. Griffith Observatory sequence. We've already shown the wide shots, so we'll just...
You should. It makes whatever.
Griffith residence and Griffith Observatory sequence have been seriously upping the ante. Barg. And save. The city is again another symbol for Angel. City is again another symbol for Angel. Oh, duh. This looks very city-like. Upping the ante. The city is again again, another symbol for Angel, a connection he made directly in Somnambulist when he pondered at the evening skyline. I wonder if anything really changes. He means himself. Okie dokie. Somnambulist.
Into their
It's my
lives.
favorite
I wonder if anything ever really changes.
ambulist. It is a little warm in here. Wine ought to help. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Yeah, let's see how much we can get done. Oh yeah, we're doing bad decisions. Not next week, but the week after. Which is why I'm just focusing on the chipper next week. Oh. Audrey and Jess chose the Bad Decisions episodes we're watching. I mean, I think we've watched, I was going to say Meat Palace. I'm tired. What the hell is the name of the... What are we watching? What day is this? Who am I? Double Meat Palace, duh. Yeah, Double Meat Palace, but good lord do I not want to watch Tomorrow. And then Jamestown is just good. Yes, next week is the Chipper. Lonnie!
I'll take away your bucket.
Because you picked that as your button, Lonnie, you now make me look bad anytime. I have to push it. I asked you what you wanted as your button, and... Yeah. Symbol for Angel, a connection he made directly in... Well, Alicia.
Oh. And you're welcome.
In Somnambulist when he pondered at the evening skyline.
I wonder if anything...
When he pondered at the evening skyline. If I was the king of the forest. It's just such a good font, Lonnie. Such a good font. He's also talking about himself. That one is cool, but does not belong. One of my favorite episodes this season is Disharmony, written by David Fury. What's your thoughts on his contributions to Buffy and Angel, Helpless, Fear Itself, Real Me? I like David a lot. Real Me is tragically underrated. That's one of his. I actually like Reptile Boy. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Fury's voice on the show. Sample. I need to remember which one of these fonts is free. I think Minion Pro is free? It has the word Pro in it. It's probably not free. Monsterette. That's one we've used before. He's also talking about himself. So the city and he are connected. That's the whole. That's... Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down. at the evening skyline.
I wonder if anything ever really changes.
And throughout the show so far, we've seen similar sorts of inner turmoil in the city. I mean, I get why Reptile Boy is like beer bad to me. I get why people don't like it, but I really enjoy it. I think it's delightful. Because it's because the whole episode is a penis joke. Oh. Huh. What the hell am I at? Show so far, we've seen similar sorts of inner turmoil in the city. Inner turmoil was wrong. Dissonance? I don't know. Inner turmoil in the city. Lonely hearts. Oh, okay. The lonely versus the... Oh, that would have been interesting to cover. Dude on fire, please. Show me weird demon on fire. There we go. I think that one's a David Fury episode. And he cites it specifically whenever he describes Joss's style of show running. He always talks about the loneliness demon in interviews I've heard him do. And throughout the show so far, we've seen similar sorts of inner turmoil in the city. The haves and the haves and the have. Saw Joss on Veronica Mars yesterday. Charisma is on several episodes. Yeah, I need to rewatch that show. There's so much to watch. The haves. Where's it? He looks like a have there.
Sure. And I don't make waves.
I don't make waves, except I eat people from time to time. What? Don't kink shame me. Turmoil in the city. The haves and the have-nots. It's... If I let you go, do you think you could fly? Okay. I know you're feeling smooth and in the groove. Isn't that what comes before a fall? Haves and the have-nots. It's day and night cycle. Plus, kind of threw that line away, Ian. So let's not harp on it. Los Angeles is also the most frequently featured city. Los Angeles. Ryan. Cheers. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. There's future adult juice boxes and Totinos. What? Everyone's got to eat. Angeles is also the most frequently I mean, I guess that's okay. That's definitely me blowing on the mic, but forget it. Also the most frequently featured city in Los Angeles. Not Hero. You know what's strange? She is also surprisingly super duper. I love the way this one is shot. Parts of it. It's not the cinematography's fault that the script made no sense and it was wicked dumb. Apologies to any fans of She out there. That's the one I want. Good Lord, I could never listen to my own voice this much, though of course I don't sound... well, thank you, and you get used to it. When I first started doing this, I hated it. I still think I sound nasally and pinched, and I find the channel crass. But one thing I've started to learn is listen to other people's opinions sometimes, from time to time. People you trust. And Night Cycle. Los Angeles is also the most frequently featured city in American noir cinema. From noir, I always feel like I'm breaking that word when I say it. Noir. Yeah, the script is hot garbage. Oh, that's... Malibu Tudor. I just made, like, said words that I've heard before. Frequently featured city in American noir cinema, from Double Indemnity to the... Double Indemnity? Ease up, Ian. Give yourself a break. Episodes, exports, B-roll. You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips. Where's Double Indemnity? You've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that loving feeling. You've lost that loving feeling. Now it's gone. Channel folders. Angel, are you now? Apparently I didn't prep Double Indemnity. That's okay. Thank you, Lonnie. I wasn't fishing, but I appreciate it. If I did fish, it's more like, tell me I'm pretty. Handsome. There we go. Man, I don't know what I had for dinner, but whatever it was appears to have broken my brain. City in American noir cinema, from Double Indemnity to The Big Sleep to The Big Sleep. What about a big wide shot at the end? I should watch all of these movies. There we go. That's a good one. Lonnie! Thank you.
Well, my days of not taking you seriously are certainly coming to a middle.
From Double Indemnity to The Big Sleep to the homage-laden L.A. Confidential. Weird that L.A. Spanish Colonial. No, I'm not using that in the video. Thank you. That's great. So, it's Kevin Spacey's introduction. Maybe I don't want to put Kevin Spacey in this video, though. What do you... is that a possibility? Do I not want to put Kevin Spacey in one of my videos? Given I already have Louis C.K. in one of them. Alright, let's not put Kevin Spacey in a video. Probably wasn't your dinner that broke your brain, but the glass of wine. It's the first glass of wine! And it tastes so delicious. Ugh, Kevin. Way to ruin a bunch of great movies. To the homage laden. Yeah, I'm not putting Kevin Spacey in. It just occurred to me. It's too bad. This movie's great. Seeing his face now just makes me feel sad. What? Oh, God, he's in this. I forgot. He's so good. Ugh. We could show him getting shot. That's not funny. That's not even... No. Just pick a shot, Ian. Oh, I know. That's not... There we go. That's a good one. I mean, it's not that great, but it'll work. We're spending too much time on LA Confidential and thinking about Kevin Spacey. That's no good for anyone. Next! Sleep to the homage-laden LA Confidential. Are You Now or Have You Ever Been contains more than one reference to films set in... Contains more... Raphael, that's a Google question. Not a pleasant Friday evening with a bunch of Buffy and Angel fans questions. Well, I stopped singing, Emily. So I tried. I'm all about you. Of course, I'll probably forget and start singing again shortly. So maybe bugging out is a wise decision if you're trying to write lyrics. Are You Now or Have You Ever Been contains more than one reference to films set in the era it's invoking. That's the one.
Looking for this woman.
Confidential. Are you now? Can't listen to anything and write lyrics at the same time. Well, cheers. Happy Friday. Come to the anniversary or bad decision stream and hang out. That's good. Confidential. Are You Now or Have You Ever Been contains more than one reference to films set in the era it's invoking or to prominent noir features. The Noir. Thank you, Faye. It's lost all meaning. Man, note to self. Don't drink wine in front of a bunch of critics. Oh! Yes, indeed. Usually there's a post-it note on this, Lonnie. But yes, thank you again. I appreciate it. Mwah. It's good. Ian. Oh, sorry, that said Faye. Never mind. Oh, that's very interesting, Sarah. She does. Yeah, I think there may be a little, like, after listening to Tim Minear's commentary on this, it's very informative for anyone who sometimes they don't know what to say, and sometimes they're not actually listening to the episode. Especially, I mean, Josh usually has good things, but sometimes he's just kind of swept up or taken with it. The Wild at Heart one is, I think, Marty Noxon, Joss Whedon, and Seth Green. And, like, there's a point where they're actually crying because it's so good. But some of the homage in this is... there's a lot of it that isn't necessarily theme-specific, and I don't think it has to be, but... Confidential. Are you now, or have you ever been, But the Tim Minear one for this episode's great for anyone who enjoys that kind of thing. Contains more than one reference to films set in the era it's invoking, or to prominent noir features. The Griffith Observatory sequence with Angel in his red jacket is an homage to... The Griffith... Yeah, I agree, Boris.
I saw you over here.
It just
Hope you don't mind. I thought I'd say.
tends to be unusual in this series. I mean, in my experience. Maybe I'm wrong. Features. The Griffith Observatory sequence with Angel in his red jacket is an homage to James Dean. It is an homage... Scusi. Homage to Mr. Dean. I'm just kidding, Alicia. I think it's funny. You guys can tease me all you want to about... What are we talking about? Stupid brain. Most of the time I do one thing very well. Try and make me do two things, it's going to be a nightmare. But every once in a while, that one thing even breaks down. So, where's your red jacket? Yeah, there you are. That's the Griffith.
Officers, another boy and girl just ran into the planetarium.
It's got to be a better shot than that. Speaking of, I should watch Rebel Without a Cause. That seems like someone... That seems like something that someone who talks about media with his word hole on the internet should have seen. He's not that handsome. I do a couple push-ups, I'll probably look basically the same. Next! Jacket is an homage to James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. Judy stealing from her employer to fund a life with... Okay, so... Do I care about this detail enough to try and fix it. Let's see. So, the exact conversation... Question for Ian. Are you excited to cover the episode with Billy the Misogynist? Sure. The super contentious stuff is interesting. And even if it is a total misfire, which I'm not sure in my head if that episode is, I kind of feel like it is, but I haven't watched it with a critical eye yet. So, I don't know. And again, misfire for me, just so we're clear.
I don't know. Bad, huh?
It all depends. Does this have anything to do with that PI I tossed out of here?
You knew he wasn't my boyfriend.
I had a hunch.
There's so much classic cinema to watch, it's impossible to see it all. Yeah, I have wanted to do my List of Shame series. Like, I've never seen Citizen Kane and all of that. Do a review series on Seven Samurai and all the classics I've never watched.
I'm pretty sure he works for my former employers. City Trust Bank of Salina, Kansas. I was a teller there. I think maybe they want this back.
So she was a teller.
I haven't spent any of it. Not a dime. I can't even bring myself to touch it.
Why take it?
I don't know. I was angry, and I guess I panicked. I mean, things were going so well. I loved this job, and I loved this guy. We were gonna get married, and they found out about me at the bank, and so they fired me. And then Peter found out why, and he broke it off, and I just couldn't go back to where I came from. I couldn't. So I took this, and I just ran.
Okay, so by taking the money, she makes it more about passing than about the boyfriend, which is in theme. I was wondering why it's so psycho. The change seemed arbitrary, but by changing it from her, like Janet Leigh stole the money to be with her boyfriend. I don't remember the specifics of it. The boyfriend was in debt or something. She steals the money because she doesn't want to go back to where what she was before she was passing. Which means that he altered... It's the same plot. He just altered it to keep it in the theme. So what do I say? Judy stealing from her employer to fund a life with her boyfriend was the same series of events that... Okay, so... Easy to fix. Stealing from her employer to... Pause. So I actually like the alteration. Judy stealing from her employer to fund... It's just... It is psycho, I feel like he's riffing on. She works at a bank. She stole a bunch of money. She ends up in a hotel. It's psycho. Judy stealing from her employer to fund a life with her boyfriend. So, stealing from her employer was the same series of events that led Janet Leigh to... There we go. Easy peasy. Safe. Now we're all happy, right? Are we all happy? We're all happy. So, this shot to that shot. Back. And then cut to...
I haven't spent any of it. Not a dime. I can't even bring myself to touch it.
Why take it?
Yeah, Angel's hair is great. Angel's hair is always pretty epic, though.
No. I was angry, and I guess...
So, there we go. Earlier in the live stream series, Alicia, there's a detail that was wrong that caused a stir for a little bit of time. That's all. And I decided to fix it so it's slightly more factually correct. Slightly. But without a call. Now we're all happy. I need more wine. BRB. Sorry. There we go. His red jacket is an homage to James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. Judy stealing from her employer was the same series of events that led Janet Leigh to the Bates Motel in Psycho. To the Bates Motel. Okay. There you are, Janet. Famous shot is, to me, the driving shot. That'll do it, Peaches. That's the one. Bick.
What is it, Marion?
So show me Bates Motel. Actually, this is... God, the soundtrack. Still incredible. Where's the sign? There it is. That shot, or we'll do that shot. It's a little bit easier. You know, the way that Angel Season 5 was going, especially with Smile Time, someone earlier asked the question if how interesting it would have been if they had done an actual noir episode with Angel as a detective and all of that. The way the series was going, it was getting some of that community self-referential meta-ness. I wonder if that would have happened. Events that led Janet Leigh to the Bates Motel in Psycho. And Judy's pursuing detective is named after... And Judy's pursuing detective is named after... Who is he named after? Angel. Angel. And Judy's pursuing detective. That's the man. He's a private dick. I wonder what that meant. Detective? Dick? Were there public dicks? I'm not being funny. Events that led Janet Leigh to the Bates Motel in Psycho. And Judy's pursuing detective is named after a character in Chinatown. Private dick, hee hee. See? I'm not the only one. Oh, the police would be public dicks. Oh, wow, there's a whole bunch of comments that I need to hit approve on. There we go. That's really funny. I'm not the only one who deep down finds an episode like Reptile Boy funny. That's all I took from that moment in our conversation. You guys are great.
Friend tied up in there.
Is named after a character in Chinatown who, like Jack Nicholson, later appears in a scene. Yes, Sarah. Yes. What's the opposite of just a metaphor? A truth? Is this a penis truth? I'm sorry. I'm just tired. And would like to keep editing. Anyone who's offended by me, that's okay. Wait. Not that I think you need my approval to be... Never mind. There we go. There we go.
But why? There's nothing more to say.
6. It's interesting. We look at LA Confidential and Kevin Spacey, and, well, I'll speak for myself. I look at LA Confidential and Kevin Spacey, and I feel an inner just quiver of grossness whenever he pops on screen. It's impossible now to see him as that character. I see Kevin Spacey, the gross Kevin Spacey. And yet, this movie was directed by a terrible human being as well. And I don't have the same reaction. Lonnie, if you're still here, we need to do the art versus the artist video. Because it's such a weird... There's such a weird... I still, like... I want to like Woody Allen, but... Yuck. I don't want to like him. I want to enjoy the movies of his that I always have. I think without the visual, you don't think about the guy behind the camera. Yeah, but... Aren't I then relegating my own ethical principles to... object permanence? You know... Roman Polanski is a rapist. And yet I'm including this movie in the video. It's just a weird conversation. Very strange. Strange. Not a fun one. Town. Who, like Jack Nicholson, later appears in a scene with a taped nose. Later appears in the scene with a taped nose. Still here? Yes, we do. Ah, awesome.
I'll take away your bucket.
I need that clip in reverse. I'll give you back your bucket. Dick, 19th century criminal underworld slang verb to dick, meaning to watch. This dick, wow, I'm saying that a lot. I'm going to get demonetized. Came in turn from the Romani word dick, meaning to look, to see. Wow, that's really interesting. Personally, I always take the artist and their work separately. Yeah, I try to. Whoa, that's a morbid shot to leave on screen. And jeez. I definitely try to separate. You know. For a little while there, Louis C.K. was striking a blow for overweight, schlubby guys all over the place. Then you find out he's gross and gross. Annoying. And even just having the conversation focuses on the wrong aspect of the problem, of course. Maybe, why don't we just move on? Alright, where's the PI again? There he is. I mean, just like a son isn't responsible for his father's crimes, a piece of art isn't his creator. No, it's true, and I think part of that art versus the artist idea comes down to everyone draws the line in a different place. It's just a complicated conversation. I've told this story before, but the way I first learned to tell now you can be a good example. Lots of artists are gross, but the art is separate. There's a point where it's hard to forget, though. Absolutely. Yeah, actors, it's especially difficult. When you are the piece of art,
I'm looking for this.
Or you are the brush stroke, part of the brush strokes on the page, or on the canvas, then yeah, hard to ignore those brush strokes. But the person putting them there is a different thing. Chinatown, who, like Jack Nicholson, later appears in a scene with a taped nose. The title of the episode is a reference to the famous and... Can we keep the art and drop the people in volcanoes? I got nothing on that one. I'm going to abstain. No vote. The title of the episode is a reference to the famous and ugly time period. The title of the episode... It's so funny. This is so far an 11-minute video, and I can edit for 20 more minutes. Hey Google, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Thank you, Google. You're so sweet. Yeah, we've shown that shot. So it's a 10-minute video, and I feel like I've used every shot in the episode. That always happens. It's not true, but it feels that way. I always get to that point. Shaped nose. The title of the episode is a reference to the famous and ugly time period in American history it is set in. The 1950s are sometimes referenced as the heyday of strong American values. I think I'm gonna need some of those episodes. So that's gonna be Leave It to Beaver, Father Knows Best. What was the other one? Leave It to Beaver, Father Knows Best, Ozzie and Harriet. Ozzie and Harriet. But beneath the wholesome veneer mainstream entertainment was painting racial segregation. So, we'll try and stick to the episode instead of using outside B-roll, which to me feels a little... I don't know. Sticking with the shots from the episode.
We really have no vacancies at the moment.
Racial segregation was at its pinnacle. Almost every state still had sodomy laws on the books. On the bugs. Kind of giving him the stiff eye there, Liam. Segregation was at its pinnacle. Almost every state still had sodomy laws on the books, and moral panic was everywhere. America was a country divided between what was considered the culturally mainstream normal another cookie. So what would be the culturally mainstream normal in this episode? I get it, love between two people with that kind of height difference is gross. As a 6'3" man, come on! Don't make it more difficult than it has to be for someone of my height to find a date. Riley's the mainstream normal. That's a good one. But does he fit here? Mainstream normal. I mean, the crowd might kind of represent the idea of mainstream normal. That's everyone versus...
True. Who knows what else she's lied about, the little...
Those tall guys usually date shrimpy women. Look, when you're this tall, most women are shrimpy. If I had met many 6'3" women in my lifetime, I might have said, hey, let's go have some of this. And a conversation. Nothing weird, nothing funny. Was at its pinnacle. Almost every state still had... I don't think anyone in that hotel is normal. Yeah. Sodomy laws on the books, and moral panic was everywhere. America was a country divided between what was considered the culturally mainstream normal and everything else. Culturally mainstream normal and everything else. I think that's okay. Maybe we'll come up with something better to put in there. And you always left me smiling and satisfied. Okay, close that. In 1949, the Soviet Union had tested their first nuclear bomb, yeah, I'm 6'3", which set off a wave of paranoia and fear today known as McCarthyism. Joseph McCarthy was an American... okay. So... I do have B-roll for this. Common assets... Oh. I was like, how are we doing on time? Oh, wait, Google is going to tell me. Exports wrong. Ooh, yeah, brain definitely slowing down. We can make another 10 minutes, though. Come on. Guides, Angel, 201. No, 202. B-roll. Chinatown, which is a V2. Trumbo. Edward R. Murrow. There it is. Show me Joseph McCarthy. There he is. The fault, dear reader, is not in our stars, but in ourselves.
Were considerably different than they are at this moment. And for one thing, there certainly was no...
There we go. Okay. We're considerably different than we are at this moment. Senator who managed to stir a public panic that communist eyes were among us and they were everywhere. One of his favorite targets was Hollywood. Is that Trumbo? So 9 p.m. in Colorado and in a sleepy how. I've been trying not to live that YouTube life and staying up all night and sleeping all day. I've been getting up early every day and getting to work immediately. This was a relatively complicated script. I'll put this in for now.
If I am charged by you people...
You people? What did Eisenhower mean, you people? Have you ever gotten a message in a foreign language like ancient Sumerian or something? I have not. I get a lot of messages from people overseas, but everyone speaks better English than I do. So, is there a shot of him holding up the list? I have here a list of 200 names. I need to work on my Joseph McCarthy impression. That'll be in keeping with the timely nature of this channel.
This cannot be made a fight between
I love your voiceovers because you have a narrative voice. Thank you. Set off a wave of paranoia and fear. Okay, so... But beneath the wholesome veneer, mainstream entertainment was painting. That's wrong. Racial segregation was at its pinnacle. Almost every state still had sodomy laws on the books, and moral... Move that there. Panic was everywhere. America was a country divided between what was considered the culturally mainstream normal and everything else. And in 1949, the Soviet Union had tested their first nuclear bomb, which set off a... Okay, I'm off to watch your review on graduation day. Good night. Good night! Thanks for hanging out. Which set off a wave of... which set off a wave of paranoia and fear today known as McCarthyism. Joseph McCarthy was known as McCarthyism. Joseph McCarthy was an American senator who managed to stir a public panic. Public panic that communist eyes were among us and they were everywhere. One of his favorite targets was Hollywood. During the hearings, it was not uncommon for those called to be asked for the names of other possible communists. Alicia, I see what you did there. During the hearings, it was not uncommon for him to deep down. 1949, possible communists. The question: it was not uncommon for those called to be. It's not my fault. Tim Minear went super deep with this one. Asked for the names of other possible communists. Whole episode is McCarthyism. So you gotta explain McCarthyism, especially because more than half my audience are not Americans. It's required reading here, but there's no reason it should be elsewhere. Well, Beach Girl, if there's one thing, my fantastic, it's talk. That's my inner Andy Dwyer. What the hell am I going for? Oh, yeah. Normally they're not this involved. This is an unusual episode. Like, Real Me didn't take this long. The question is, are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Can you make a video of your room or 20 questions about yourself? Of my room? No one wants to see my bedroom, but you can go over, well, no, I'm not even going to make that joke. There's currently a question over on Twitter at Ian Nittram, my last name spelled backwards, asking for questions because I'm going to do a Q&A video next week. So, oh, computer layout. Okay. Well, that's a little different. I should probably stop.
The question is, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Yeah, so head over to Twitter and leave that question there. Hey, Google, stop. Yeah, sorry, my brain kind of short-circuited there for a second. Always think the title is about marriage. Are you now or have you ever been? No, it's about communism and deep 1950s paranoia. Are you now or have you ever been married? To be asked for the names of other possible communists.
The question is, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
That should have a quote at the end of it. Beach Girl. Cheers. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it.
question is...
Fade that in. Apply default transition. Yeah, that's fine, Boris. Maybe a little earlier. Communists.
The question is, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Were everywhere. One of it. Wait, what? Communists. Asked for the names of other possible communists. Targets was Hollywood. During the hearings, it was not uncommon for those called to be asked for the names of other possible communists. If they didn't give them, they were blacklisted like possible communists. If they didn't give them, and we have Trumbo for that one. Okay, let's get to the end of this bit of... Well, no, we're going to get to Judy. We'll stop at Judy. Then we're going to watch the outro we did last night. And then I'm going to finish tomorrow, publish, and take a nap. Question is, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? I don't know why I'm talking like Mr. Hat. What the hell am I looking for? B-roll. Chinatown, Edward R. Murrow, LA Confidential. We got Trumbo for this one. So, oh, he went to jail. He's already in jail. That's the famous picture outside the plane. Yeah. This is a pretty good movie. So, where's him actually speaking? Oh man, Louis C.K.'s in this one. Eh. Yeah, so he already went to jail, so... Where is he? That's there. There you go.
Can be answered yes or no only by a moron or a slave.
Really interesting story. For anyone who's interested in this. Yes. There we go. Text. We want this to be angel blue-ish. Give them, they were blacklisted like the Hollywood 10. Actually, what am I doing? 10. If they didn't give them, they were blacklisted like the Hollywood 10. If they did, 10. If 10, Hollywood 10. Save.
How? What?
Just felt like hitting a button. I had
3 excellent questions.
If they didn't give them, they were blacklisted like the Hollywood 10. If they did, they... If they did. 10. If they did. So... Rebel without a cause, but... Penultimate moment?
Look at his room! Go ahead, look! He's got blood! He's a monster!
That's not the outro. That is the point of all the communist stuff. So, they are both monsters in their own way, is the metaphor, or feel like them because they're not like everyone else. And rather than her going down, Judy gives up Angel. Would 10 if they did. So that's the communist parallel. 10 if they did. Or rather, the McCarthyism parallel. Would 10 if they did.
Look at his room! Go ahead, look! He's got blood! He's a monster!
They saved themselves. I want the shot of Angel looking at her with the noose around his neck. Oh, jeez. This episode is so friggin' intense. Hiding in plain sight. They saved themselves. Gross. Okay, let's just... Hearings, it was not uncommon for those called to be asked for the names of other possible communists.
The question is, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
If they didn't give them, they were blacklisted, like the Hollywood 10. If they did...
Look at his room! Go ahead, look! He's got blood! He's a monster!
They saved themselves. Part of McCarthy's ultimate... They saved themselves. That look on his face of just, okay. Is just awful.
He's a monster!
They saved themselves. Part of McCarthy's... What about sodomy? You know, if I had $1... Never mind. Sodomy laws? Is that what you were asking about? Ultimate down. Okay. So that's going to be it for today. Not bad. I think I had a minute edited yesterday. What about sodomy in 2019? All right. This is the outro. So one of the things that, if you're not in the States or not familiar with this whole thing, one of the things that put an end to the McCarthy era was a news report by Edward R. Murrow. And so, because all of the run-up to this is sort of metaphor for McCarthyism and all of that, and I was like, why not? Himself most desperately desires. A thing the trail of dead in his wake cannot give him. And with that act of... Yeah, I'm not playing the ending for it.
We can deny our heritage and our history, but we cannot escape responsibility for the result. There is no way for a citizen of a republic to abdicate his responsibilities. And whose fault is that? Not really his. He didn't create this situation of fear, he merely exploited it. Cassius was right. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves.
I think that's so goofy and fun that I love it. La la la. All right, everybody.
Get out, get out, get out!
We're, yeah, that was a lot of progress. Okay, so tomorrow I will sign in, edit the rest, and wrap up. 17 minutes is pretty long, but I think it's going well. I think it's coming along just fine. So, no idea when I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I've been getting up early all week, which is lame. So, you know, if you're interested, hop on. If not, video will definitely be done and up tomorrow. So sleep well, everyone. Good night, or go to work, or whatever you do. I don't know your